was the one that we had to deal the most with, as I remember. And that was, you know,
Commissioner's Court.
Yeah, the Commissioner's Court, and, you know, we didn't get anywhere with the city of Austin, you know, and so we went, and then we didn't get anywhere for a while with the county, if you remember. I mean, they were, when they said something about we were talking about the monies that we, you know, would need, and that if they put up so much money, then the city might put up so much money. And they were weird because they would say, you know, to themselves, there's no way these ladies are going to do it. And then that's what really made us work hard.
Well, and we remembered that now or never meant we've got to save it now, because once 360's in, it's never going to be the same. It's gone. So we've got to save it now. Well, we tried very hard to involve the whole city. We did not want this to be a Westlake Hills thing, or only for people in West Austin. We wanted everybody. This was everybody's money and everybody's interest, and all the kids. We want all the kids to get out there on school buses. This was not an exclusive park at all.
In the beginning, I think the most important thing was for a university entity to take over.
That's what
that was the very that was the biggest thing, was to try
education of the outdoors. Education.
Right.
I think the first thing that was important was to save the land, because we could see the building.
It was all around us. Saving the land.
Saving the land.
And not make it look like Bull Creek.
Right. And then bring people out to see it, so that they could then in their own backyard say, oh, there's a plant that was at Wild Basin, so that's a native plant, so let's save that in our backyard instead of cutting it down and planting an elm tree or something.
Education.
Yeah, education again. And
that was our whole mantra the entire time.
But I think Janet always had that someday a university would take us over.
Right, in the back of her mind.
Yes, and that was a dream come true when St. Ed's came.
Oh,
a dream come true. Oh my gosh, I know Janet was up in heaven, jumping up and down.
Yes.
Yay, yay,
yes.
I remember one thing I did. I had to pick up the pillow that Elvis Presley slept on.
Yeah.
So we could auction pillow
off. Right.
The one neat thing over at the mall, they put up these, what do you call them? You touch one and they go around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But dominoes. Remember, it had this big domino display over in the mall, you know, to raise money. And
well, then we had someone donated that little puppy, and then we had a naming contest or something.
Someone got the puppy.
Bridge parties. I was not here during that time, but the women would have 3 tables of bridge at their house, and they would each put in $5 or whatever. And instead of the winner of the bridge party getting the money, they would give it to Wild Basin. And then Christopher Cross did that not a concert, but a performance.
Well, he did a record.
Yes, he did.
He did a record.
He did do a record.
Yeah, and I wonder if there's any copies around, if we still have it. But it was a cool record. It was just a little record. A short song. It's a short song. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll have to check on that.
Well, you have to admit, we tried everything except prostitution.
Well, I think we were all gophers for Janet.
For a while, yes.
Because she just went every day almost somewhere to somebody. I think she visited with every city council person, every county commissioner, every state person that she could get her hands on, and then back over again. She would go
several times.
Absolutely.
Once in a while I had groups that I took out, you know, and these kids, you know, just had no idea what was at the base. And you know, whew, where'd that come from?
Got a little emotional, huh? But
And
you
it was
know
such a
them.
pleasure, you know, to teach them one little thing.
Mhm.
And like sometimes I would say, you know, I want everyone to remember a certain flower. And it was amazing. They got so excited. So you had a flower, and then I'd stop and say, okay, let's hear about your flowers. And it was like, wow, to them, this was like a new kind of playing.
Shut your eyes and just look at all those streets that aren't there and all those big houses that aren't
Houses.
there.
Exactly.
And all that pollution that isn't there because Wild Basin is a wild place.